People will tell us that marketing is a pain in the ass, and everyone will tell them that public relations is. Do you have like a preference who you work with, or
Um,
what's your take on it?
I think, marketing and PR are very closely intertwined, and the disconnect happens when they're not in constant communication. Like if there's
Right.
overlap, there's, perhaps like a lot of times, for example, in my experience, like I've worked on the marketing side as well, so I understand it.
Of course.
Marketing is very, you're planning things out very far ahead. PR is not to say reactionary, but a lot of times, like you're sort of bound to every other department. So you're working with everything that everybody else is giving you and you're trying to make it work. Whereas marketing is the one who's kind of in control and has, maybe perhaps not to say a year planned out, but they'll have like a more general idea of what's coming and what's going. And we're the ones who
Right.
need to what's coming, what's going, so we can, just get the news out essentially.
Yeah.
So in my experience, it's great to work with marketing. I think it's the best thing. But
Mhm.
the problem is that there needs to be a certain level of communication, which often isn't there. And
Right.
so for us to do our job when we don't know that there's, a certain product being released or there's a certain campaign. And essentially, I think PR and marketing work best when they're aligned together. And the issue is that oftentimes they're not, and marketing doesn't understand PR, or PR might not necessarily understand marketing or understand what's coming and what's, what the priorities are. And that's what the real issue is. But I think, if they're looped together, it's a dream team.
Yeah, no, for sure. The magic, that's where the magic happens if they work together. But my impression with marketing is, like you said it, and from my experience, is you kind of help establish the brand. You communicate it with the client, with the customers, to the public. But with public relations, it's a consistent conversation. Like for me, I would, create these campaigns, set it all up, but then I felt like it was abandoned in a way because we moved on to the next campaign. Is public am I correct on this? Is public relations more of you're keeping that conversation going with what's established?
Yeah, I think, in most cases, yes, there are, the instances where, to your point, it's all about storytelling. That is,
Right.
the way we do what we do is through storytelling, creating stories and building upon them. And a lot of times I think that it's mainly keeping that constant conversation and keeping that brand familiarity and, just
Right.
trying to always be where people are and try to always, just be top of mind for consumers. But I
Mhm.
think that there are a lot of campaigns too where we just kind of like do it once and that's it. And those cases are normally like maybe perhaps like a product launch or like in television, a premiere of a show, you might promote like the premiere, mid-season finale, and then finale, and any other like casting news. But then in between, it kind of dies down. And but again, when you're working on like over 50 different shows, that varies, and there's never really downtime in overall, but definitely like with different series and different genres and different things like that.